What's up, everybody? Welcome to Fort Myers, Florida.
And I am a Republican.
Yeah.
And what's happening is, man, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I'm really disappointed in Governor DeSantis.
I'm fine, sir. My name is Timothy Biggs. I go by Biggs because 20 years of my life I've been incarcerated, so I'm used to my last name.
All right, guys. So we are in a homeless camp at Fort Myers. Yeah.
What we can do to make it an encampment.
We basically survive on Don's friend.
Yeah.
Just sitting extra, so we can at least avoid some mosquito bites.
Yeah. Mosquitoes and no-see-ums are pretty freaking horrible.
Man, they've been bad, especially since that rain. We just spent every penny we had to do our laundry.
Yeah.
From that rain. It was just
because of the rain.
It was flooded. It was unbelievable.
It's unbelievable, guys.
It's
Somebody
that says that being homeless is easy.
Yeah.
Never was homeless.
Yeah.
Because it's hard.
Let me just walk through here real quick.
Hour a day job and go home to a nice roof. And
Yeah. You come out to this.
You can't even get a job if you're homeless.
Yeah, you can't even get a job.
It's impossible, and now Governor DeSantis,
That's what we.
new laws,
Yeah.
He made it illegal basically to be homeless, but he
To
doesn't
sleep.
want to provide any.
Do you believe, like me and you talked about this last time we met? Do you really believe the state of Florida is actually going to provide a place for you guys?
Nah,
I don't
see it
think so.
happening.
They're not going to do it.
I don't think so. I don't see it happening.
I don't see it happening.
I mean, they say they want to set up areas where we can put up a tent, a tent
Yeah.
community, which is what should be done.
Yeah.
Then we can.
Yeah, in theory, they say they're going to provide a place for you to do this. Like,
Yeah.
they're going to create a place where you can do your tents.
I mean, you have
I'll believe it
waste
when I
management-
see it.
Yeah.
I'll believe it when I see it.
It's waste management down here.
Yeah.
They have that big property where there's nothing. They're not doing anything with it. And they
Yeah.
have a big pole building. Let people put up tents there.
Yeah,
Or where Sanibel Outlets was.
yeah.
They're not doing anything with
Any
that.
place that's abandoned right now.
Gotcha, yeah.
Let people.
You got the old Big Lots building. It put
Yeah.
60 bunk beds in there.
Yeah.
120 beds.
It's not that hard. It's really not that hard to solve the problem.
No, they just
In theory, they're going to allow people to have, they're going to say, okay, if you come to this place, you can do it. I'll believe it when I see it. So I tell people. If they do it, it'd be great because, like, you guys work somewhere else now. You had to drag all your crap over here. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, at 4 in the morning, the cops kicked us out of the encampment.
Oh, they came in at 4 in the morning.
4 in the morning.
So they come and do it at night so that
If
people don't
you're
record it
here,
and
get
want.
all
Oh,
your
that's messed
stuff
up.
Out of here. We're gonna bulldoze it down today, and they didn't even bulldoze nothing down.
Yeah,
They gave us 24 hours to get all our stuff.
yeah,
And then they came back and told us all to take our necessities. When you come back and get the rest of our belongings,
Yeah.
we went back to get the rest of our belongings and our clothes and shoes, dirty laundry, all that was stolen. Our
Yeah.
primary tent, stolen.
gone. No, yeah,
Stolen.
gone.
Yeah.
They tell me to leave it, then I would leave
And
it.
in reality, hold on. And in reality, that was Lee County Sheriff's Office. In reality, if you're on somebody else's land, they have to evict you. It's the real legal process is that they have to get evicted. But you're homeless and they're cops. So what power do you have?
Nothing.
Nothing. In theory, let's say I'm a cop right now, okay, and I want to evict you from here. I have to get a letterhead from the person that owns this property saying that you can't be here, and a judge has to sign off on an eviction order. That's legally how they're supposed to do it.
Yeah, but now they're doing it's just a trespass. That's what they do.
But even to trespass you, there's a legal. It's called due process.
Right.
They're not giving you due process. So if the state of Florida isn't giving you guys as homeless people due process, how do we
They're
expect them?
They're violating your rights.
They're violating your civil rights. So if somebody's violating your civil rights and then they say, okay, we're going to make it illegal to sleep, but we're going to provide a place for you to sleep, you're not going to believe them.
No.
Somebody who's already,
American, everybody should be treated equally.
yeah,
You're not. If you don't have, you're a have not. If you have not, you're not.
yeah.
Yeah, and we live in one of the richest communities in America, and there's no help here.
No.
None.
And
Because
they're-
the rich is the rich, and they have money.
Yep.
Yeah.
Floor
I want the
is the
millionaires,
floor.
the billionaires, and then how
Yeah.
to provide that to somebody that doesn't care.
It's frustrating. And I've been doing hundreds of homeless camps all over Florida. I've done homeless camps everywhere. From Jacksonville to Miami, Orlando, Tampa, Sarasota, where I live is even worse than here. But it's frustrating because I know if the state of Florida's been violating you guys' rights, not giving you due process, they're not helping you.
No.
They're taking away your rights. How do you expect somebody that's taking away your rights to all of a sudden now, oh, we're going to help you, we're going to provide for you? That's
How
hard
you
to
gonna
believe.
help me? Show me how you're gonna help me.
Yeah.
make it
You can
illegal
tell me
to turn down.
anything, but you need to show me.
Make
Yeah.
it illegal for people that own businesses or these businesses to not turn you down for a job because you're homeless.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't choose this life.
Yeah.
This ain't what I want. At 55 years old, this is the last thing in the world I wanted to be doing.
Yeah.
Put my wife and my dogs through this?
Yeah.
They
No.
want us to kill ourselves is what it comes down to. That's why,
Yeah, the
he was
hurricane,
the perfect mistake.
got rid of the others. Now we're the next batch.
They're praying for another Ian.
It's frustrating. It really is.
It's
And I personally don't have faith that they're going to give you an option that's going to help you, because what I've seen the state of Florida do is take away your due process, take away your ability, make you move from place to place. And now all of a sudden they're saying, oh, we're going to give you a place where you can be homeless. We're going to put you in a shelter. In reality, that's never going to happen. What's really going to happen is they're going to arrest you for freaking sleeping.
yeah.
And then
Well,
the
how-
taxpayers have to pay for us for 3 hots and a cot.
Well, what about people going down there? What about visitors down on the beach falling asleep? Are they going to arrest them?
Oh,
How
no.
much is it to house an inmate a day?
More, yeah.
20 years of my life I've been incarcerated, so I'm used to my last name. I came down from West Virginia. I was up there about 12 years because I wanted to be the dad. I came down here a week after the hurricane hit.
Yeah.
Which one was
Ian.
that? Ian.
Yeah.
A lot of people were displaced out here. I mean, some people have moved on and gained more employment or housing, but take down here by the beach. There's no homeless shelters. There's no food. There's food pantries, but there's no like soup kitchens. If you need to go to the soup kitchen, you got to truck 5 to 10 miles into town to eat. You know, people don't have time for that out here. You know, to wake up, go eat, and come back, go to work or whatnot. I feel like I said, this isn't a lifestyle. Some people choose to be homeless. Some people are displaced to be homeless after the hurricane. Some people just can't get it right. Also, the drug addicts.
Let me ask you something, my man.
Mm-hmm.
You said there's no shelters here.
Not down by the beach.
Okay, so
The closest shelter is 10 miles.
have you heard
up the
about the
road.
new law that Governor DeSantis is putting in Florida?
Yes, the panhandles aren't even allowed to panhandle if the person's caught even sleeping. But if the
Yeah.
person's caught panhandling, they can go to jail, and the person that gives the money,
Yeah.
they can go to jail. If you're caught sleeping on the side of the road, you can't go to jail anywhere. The cops run us off. We try to find places out here in the woods to live, place in tents up, and the cops run us off.
So if there's no homeless shelters,
There,
how can they arrest you?
hold on. There are homeless shelters,
Yeah.
but like I said, they're 10 miles up the road.
Okay.
There's one in North Fort Myers. There's one on Ortez Avenue, which that's 10 miles up the road.
yeah.
That's almost by 75.
Yeah.
The other homeless shelter, it turned into a
Recovery?
recovery house, a substance abuse
Yeah.
place. You have to be there 6 months. The Salvation Army. More or less, I'm worried about the soup kitchens, the places that people can eat daily, because they're going to rob and steal if they don't. You know, you're going to go to Walmart, you're going to stick something in your pocket, you're going to get caught, you're going to go to jail, or you're going to get trespassed. A lot of people get trespassed out here from different businesses or even places. And it's not right. I don't think that the cops should govern that. They're more worried about people being homeless and where they're living at than people committing crimes.
Yeah.
And that's not what police should be worried about, is homelessness.
So you're over here by the beach. This is a safe area overall.
No.
No?
Some
Wow.
people choose to do drugs, methamphetamine, so they stay up so that they feel safe, because some people don't even feel safe to go to sleep.
Wow.
And-
but compared to, like, let's say if you had to go to North Fort Myers or Ortiz,
I would feel safer in North Fort Myers.
you think so?
Yeah,
Why would you say that?
because I know more people.
Okay, gotcha.
Being down here, I don't know a lot of people.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And I was gone for 12 years, so like
Yeah.
all my friends and whatnot are gone. My family, they live in Cape Coral, and their house is so messed up. They don't have a place to put me. I'm 43 years old, and I'm homeless. You know, I don't choose to be. Trust me, I had a job working at McDonald's overnight. I was making $14 an hour. I got fired. I had a job on the beach. I was making $16 an hour. The job was done. What am I supposed to do after that?
Even if you were making twice that, it's not enough for rent.
No, not down here by the beach. Some places are $1,800, and that's not including first, last deposit. You know, your water,
light.
your lights. None of that. A lot of this stuff. It's very expensive, and if you go into town and get a cheaper place, how are you going to get back and forth to work? You do have the Lee-Tran, but you got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get out here to work at 8 o'clock. You know, and it's really tough. People, transportation, anything that we're trying to do out here.
Impossible.
It's impossible. No, it's not impossible. I can't tell you it's
Challenging.
impossible. It's challenging. I'm not going to say it's impossible because, you know, as long as you put your mind to it, you can do it.
Yeah.
But in the same sense, a lot of people get where they. I'm trying to word it right. Where they, in their mind, they feel like they can't do it because it's a constant pressure upon people to do right. But when they do right, there's no reward. You know, it's like when you're a kid. If you eat your vegetables right, you get rewarded. But if you don't, you're not going to get that reward. Mentally, people are not mentally sound out here, especially due to the drug intake.
Yeah, I mean, somebody's got a mental problem, and on top of that, they're also taking stuff.
Right.
It makes it even harder.
Well, I believe some mental problems come from the ingestion of the drugs. Yes.
Yeah.
But in the same sense, if you have a mental problem, you shouldn't be out here on the street anyway. They call it being Baker acted if they feel like you have a mental problem, not just being where you're suicidal. They will Baker act you if you just are out here wandering around getting drunk. If you choose to drink all day long, you're trying to put the negative down where that you don't even have to think about it, and it just comes right back.
Gotcha. So back to that law. To arrest somebody for sleeping, that's not right.
No, that's not right at all. Why? Just because somebody has to.
Because they don't want to see you.
I mean, so what?
Yeah.
We don't want to see them. They don't need to be in our face because we have to sleep out here.
Yeah.
It's not technically it's not our fault.
Yeah.
I mean, if there was more places available to us where we could live better, then maybe we wouldn't be out here sleeping. I mean, look at all the abandoned buildings down here.
Yeah.
Throw some bunk beds in there, throw a kitchen in there, you got another shelter.
Yeah.
And there's, for like I said, 10 miles, there's not another shelter down this way.
So in the theory.
And then you want to overpopulate the jailhouses.
Right. What they want to do is they want to put all the homeless people in the jail.
Right, and that overpopulates the jailhouse. And what are you doing? You're not rehabilitating anybody in a jailhouse. It's supposed to be a rehabilitation.
And when they get out of jail,
where are they going? They're going
back to the same thing again.
Right out to Ortez. And they got a bus back here.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've been to jail. I went to jail for 4 months out here. I lost everything I owned.
Yeah.
Because people see it and let me take from you now.
Yeah. I mean, if you get arrested right now, they're gonna take anything you leave here is gone.
Well, that's other people
Right.
that are homeless. They're gonna come take it. The cops don't care.
Yeah.
They're gonna take all your stuff and put it somewhere for safekeeping. And if they do put something for safekeeping, it's way out on 6 Mile Cypress where you have to go get it.
Yeah.
Past the ball fields where the spring training at.
Yeah.
And that's a Blue Mile or something like that.
Right.
Like, I haven't been down here in 12
So
years.
in other words, it's an impractical thing.
It's
completely impractical.
It is impractical. You should not be arrested based on the way you have to live.
Your economical condition.
No,
Right.
you shouldn't.
Now you got people out here that are not able to. First of all, let's say homeless shelters have requirements.
Right.
Tell me about some of the requirements they have.
I mean, you have to be in it at a certain time. You have to get up and leave at a certain time.
Okay. If you're using, they're not going to take you.
No.
They drug test you, right?
Yes.
And probably
And
most homeless people-
especially people that are alcoholics.
Yeah.
That's the number one disease in America is alcoholism. To take somebody off the street and try to detox them, they can die from that.
Yeah.
It's not just like detoxing off a different drug. Alcohol will kill you from detox.
Crazy. So like, if
And you
somebody-
can't detox in a homeless shelter like that because they're not going to allow you just to lay there. So they kick you out in the morning. You're going to go get drunk because you want to feel better.
Right. So really, but either way, if you're drunk or if you're addicted, they're not going to take you in the homeless
No,
shelter.
no.
Also, a lot of homeless shelters, they have other requirements. What are some of the requirements that they have? Other than that?
Go get a job.
Okay, so in theory,
Try to get your food stamps and your Medicaid.
if you have a criminal record, some homeless camps won't take you.
I'm not sure about that.
Depends on the
Probably
crime.
it depends on the crime.
Yeah.
probably sex offenders. No.
So if let's say there's a sex offender out here, and they can't go to a homeless shelter, they're not allowed to.
Okay. Don't get me wrong. I do not condone the sex offenses.
Yeah.
But let's be fair. You have a sex offender, they must register.
Yeah.
They have to have an address to register to.
Yeah.
But once they're homeless, where are they going to register to? What address are they going to use to register to? Because they cannot get into a homeless shelter.
So basically, what the state of Florida is doing is
It's there.
putting you in as a criminal for not having money.
Right.
That's unconstitutional.
It is unconstitutional.
Yeah.
And they did a background check on the sheriff of Fort Myers.
Yeah.
He shouldn't even be sheriff. He does not have the timing or training to be sheriff.
He's a clown. He just wants to get on the media so he you know.
He is he is DeSantos's,
Little baby.
and they're gonna come and bug me now if they ever see this.
Gotcha.
But that's his minion.
Yeah.
He was placed into sheriff by the governor,
Yeah.
and that's wrong too.
How long have you lived in the Fort Myers area?
Since 1990.
Since 1990.
But
So
I
he
was gone
says-
for 12
okay,
years.
So they're saying that Lee County is the safest it's ever been in 50 years.
Fuck no. Excuse my language. Hell no.
No,
No.
this is a mess. We didn't have homeless people here 10 years
I mean,
ago.
there were homeless, but not like this. They were downtown, and they were MLK, Martin Luther
You
King,
got
and
homeless
places like that.
everywhere now.
Yes,
It used to
yes,
be just off of MLK and Ortiz,
right,
and a little bit of North Fort Myers. But now you got homeless people everywhere.
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 And what about all these abandoned structures that they have out here that just go in the waste?
Yeah.
Why can they not build those up and place people in there? You don't want somebody sleeping on the ground. Put them in a place where they can lay at.
Yeah.
It-
But
it
realistically,
makes more
like,
sense.
Let's pretend right now you had a broken leg, right?
Right.
So you can't go anywhere. You're homeless.
I'm in a wheelchair.
You're in a wheelchair. The nearest homeless shelter, you said 10 miles from here?
10 miles.
So if you're sleeping here right...
And if I'm in a
October 1st
wheelchair,
October 1st, you're in a wheelchair, you're going to jail.
yeah. Today I'm going to jail.
What's the point of doing that? I mean, it doesn't solve anything.
It doesn't. It does. Once somebody knows that, they turn to drugs.
Okay, so here's the other question. Let's pretend
Pretend.
there was
A
homeless-
hypothetical.
Okay, there was a homeless shelter. Would you as a homeless person go there?
If it was closer, yes.
Yeah?
If there was not, I can follow the rules.
Yeah.
I'll go follow the rules.
Yeah.
But it has to be closer to where I'm at. I don't want to go live 10 miles down the road. Why? What kind of work is down there? Especially for somebody with a criminal background like me.
Yeah.
People view me, I'm an armed robber.
Yeah.
I caught an armed robbery in 2000.
Yeah.
I can't work a register. The best I can do is flip a burger.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, the way the road is today, just by the tattoos, they're going to not give you a good job.
I don't. You can't say that because the society accepts tattoos
No, more.
now more.
Right.
But back in the early 2000s, no.
But there is a social stigma already
Yeah.
where, if they see you with the tattoos, they're already giving you a hard look.
I mean, everybody has their own opinion. Everybody. I'm walking down the road. Say hypothetically, I'm walking down the road,
Yeah.
and somebody that thinks they're maybe goody two
Oh,
shoe.
yeah.
They're gonna look at me and be like, "Oh, this is a hardcore criminal. Why would I even associate myself with him?"
Right.
Maybe here's a couple bucks. Go get you something to eat.
Yeah.
It doesn't help you.
No,
It don't-
temporarily.
Not even temporarily, because you might.
Well, if you got an addiction, it's just
Exactly. You're gonna go feed that addiction before you feed your stomach.
right. I mean, you're a young person still, somewhat. You're still strong.
But, yeah,
healthy.
43.
Yeah, you look healthy. But there's homeless people that are in a wheelchair. There's homeless people that really they're not able to.
I mean, if we were on camera,
Yeah.
and I could take you around and show you every homeless person and their encampments.
Yeah.
There's 9 homeless people that sleep at a park and ride.
Yeah.
That's where the buses come, and you get on a trolley. You go to take the trolley down to the beach. There's 9 people that sleep there, and they tell them they got to get from around there. They're not allowed to sleep there.
Yeah.
Where do you want somebody to go sleep at? You want them to go to McDonald's overnight and sleep in there? No, they're going to get kicked out of there and get trespassed,
Right.
possibly arrested.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like it should be any cop's business of why I have to sleep on that ground.
Yeah.
It's my business.
Yeah.
I'm a grown person. You should not have to punish me because I want to be homeless.
Yeah.
Or if I'm forced to be homeless, I shouldn't be punished. Like I said, I came out a week after the hurricane,
Yeah.
and I wasn't placed into being homeless,
Yeah.
but I didn't have money to go get a place, so I was forced to be.
Yeah.
You know,
So, you personally, if there was a homeless shelter, you'd go to it.
yeah.
Do you
And-
trust? You actually would trust that they'll provide that?
If it was closer to where I'm at right now,
Yeah.
I don't
I
want
mean,
to go.
realistically, they're not going to put a homeless shelter by the rich people on the beach. That's never going to happen.
And that's the problem
And
right
then-
there.
so what they're doing
Hold
is
up.
they're forcing-
That's
yeah.
the problem right there too.
Yeah.
Money.
Yeah. Money.
Money. You have Sanibel Island. That's money.
Yeah.
Money talks, bullshit walks.
Right. So they're going to force you to go back into the hood. They're going to force you back by Ortiz or by MLK.
Or Pine
Fort
Manor,
Myers.
North Fort Myers,
So basically, what they're
Michigan
what they're
Ave.
really trying to do, maybe it's just force all the homeless people into those types of areas.
No, they're trying to force homeless people into incarceration.
Yeah.
Because say you get arrested 3 different times for the same thing, it turns into a felony.
To a felony.
And then you can possibly go to prison.
So eventually, this will be somebody in a wheelchair that's going to go to prison over this.
Probably.
Makes no sense.
None at all. Why would you put in a rule that states you may arrest somebody because they're sleeping where you don't want them to sleep? Boo-hoo. Well, it provides something where they can sleep.
Yeah.
Because
And the other thing is, there aren't. I personally don't think that the state of Florida will ever provide enough services to
no.
where they're never. Gonna do
It
that.
takes Department of Children and Family. It takes them 6 months to get somebody food stamps and Medicaid.
Yeah.
What is a person supposed to
Dead
do
by
in
then.
that? Right.
And if they steal your credit card, you're done. If they give you
Yeah.
a little card, if somebody steals it or you have to
Your
replace
Social
it,
Security,
Yeah.
anything. It's rough out here.
it's difficult.
Difficult, very difficult. If you choose to make it that way.
Yeah.
Now you can step up and do what you have to do. I'm personally
Yeah.
on the verge of getting into a place,
Gotcha.
but that's because my goals are different than other people.
Yeah.
Other people, they might not have the same goals. They might be content where they're at.
Yeah, but you also have health. Like my main thing when I look at this law is I see people that are not able to. They're too elderly. There might be a couple. If you're a couple, they're going to split you up at the shelter. They
Right.
might not want you at the same shelter.
Right. They're not going to, unless there's a couple shelter, they're not going to allow
There
you.
isn't going to be.
And that's the difference. In West Virginia, in Charleston, they do have couple shelters.
Yeah.
As long as you're married, you can live together in there, but you
So,
still have
Let me
rules
ask
to
you
follow.
something. West Virginia, the opioid epidemic over there is insane.
Insane.
Absolutely. I've been over there. I went to Huntington.
Yeah.
I went to Princeton. I went to West.
Huntington's like 30 minutes from Charleston.
Yeah, Ashland, Kentucky's a crap
Right.
hole.
Well, no,
Iron-
Charleston is overran with opioid addiction, and they have a program.
Irontown, Ohio, the whole area.
They have a program. Shout out to SOARS, West Virginia.
Yeah.
They provide a clean way to do your drugs.
Yeah.
They don't care that you're doing drugs. They just want you to do it a clean way.
Yeah.
And
That's interesting because that's a conservative area, and generally conservative areas.
and that's
are against doing
SOAR of West Virginia. They are currently getting into the legislative and the governor. They're close to the governor now. They got voted into the office, and they're trying to help people with the homelessness, with being clean.
No, West Virginia messes up.
The mental aspect.
West Virginia, you can rent a house for $600 a month.
Yeah.
And there are jobs in West Virginia.
Right. Oh, you can go to the DHHR. They'll pay your rent, send you a check to pay your electric and water, and give you food stamps. If you're homeless up there, you get $350 in food stamps a month.
If you're homeless.
In
Florida, you get?
Like $215.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
You can get food stamps if you're homeless?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it takes 6 months.
Right.
I put in a application for food stamps. I'm gonna say 6 weeks ago, and I still haven't had a response. Not one response for it. Man, what am I supposed to do if I'm hungry? I'm gonna go steal something. I mean, if I don't have the money to do it, I got to do what I got to do to
hunger's
eat.
not pretty.
No, hell no. It's worse than having an addiction.
Hunger is bad. Yeah. Mommy, I appreciate your time.
Yeah,
I
ain't no
wish
problem.
you the best, man. Thank you. I'm gonna run out, brother.
God
Nice to
bless
see you.
God bless.
Nice,
Take
ma'am.
care.
Nice to meet you, ma'am. I'm Jose from Southern Life. I hadn't met you, ma'am.
Take care, Donna.
I know.
Nice to see
You have a
you
nice
again.
day.
God bless
Sorry,
you.
the doggies. That's the situation, guys, here in Florida. We'll see what actually happens, but these people are in a difficult situation. Yeah.
Just pray that somebody actually has a conscience and values that
Yeah.
they come through and do something.
And it's on a county level. Every county's gonna do the right thing. Hopefully, Lee County does the right thing. But
Lee
you know,
County's not gonna
but in
do it.
reality, what Lee County's done to these people is that they've evicted them without due process. Look at me looking around. What Lee County's done to these people is that they've evicted them with no due process. So, Lee County is evicting these people without due process. So how do we expect them to now look out for these people? It makes no sense. Let me just remind you guys that these homeless people are homeless on the beach. The amount of no-see-ums, like my whole body is itchy. I was only out there for 30 minutes and they don't have bug spray for them. And I am covered in no-see-ums. My arms itch, my legs itch. These people are living on the beach near the water and the mangroves. I mean, the amount of mosquitoes and no-see-ums that these people are dealing with, it's unbearable. I don't know. I mean, I was out there for 30 minutes and I'm just covered in no-see-um bites. So